Good evening, Think Nation. This is Brian Doyle here, bringing you another installment of the 30-Day Content Challenge brought to you by Metathinq. Today we're looking at Day 7 and Day 8. And in terms of why we're on Day 7 and Day 8 is a combination day, yesterday was what I would entail as Sunday Funday, filled with friends, family, and football. And, while those things did occur and that prevented me from going online live here yesterday, did not prevent me from doing some content. So what I did yesterday when I woke up in the morning was basically set out to record 2 more podcasts. So again, this is kind of a mini variant of the batch processing I've talked about in the past. I'd really like to get to 3 or 4 a day, but yesterday I did get through 2 more episodes, sent those out for editing, and we're still on target for an October launch with the new podcast. Now, that being said, I'm toying with some names. I'm thinking about maybe Think Business with Brian Doyle, or Think Business, Think Big. And, if you've got any thoughts, certainly put them down in the comments. But looking forward to getting that launched next month. And again, the focus of that podcast will really be on business strategy for the small to mid-sized organization. Those that might be in a state of rescue today, which is, really a state of some tough times and really in need of a turnaround. The second one would be in need of growth. Companies that are kind of at that point where they're making some money, but they're not accelerating as fast as they can be. Think of those ceilings that we often hear about at $1 million, $5 million, and $10 million. We're talking about those kind of companies. And then, of course, companies that are doing real well, there's no reason to stop there, right? And we look at taking them to the next level. And in this podcast, we'll have different episodes that are really catering to each one of those, and we'll discuss topics far-ranging from just, does your business have a vision, into what an M&A might look like if you're starting to do that, roll-up strategies, pick your poison. It's going to be a series of topics, mixed bag. We'll be doing some direct topical installments. We'll certainly have some how-tos, and then we'll have some interviews as well with some successful business people out there that can share their story. So anyway, that's enough about the upcoming Metathinq podcast. But let's talk a little bit about today's content. Today was Monday, Day 8 of this, September 25th, 2017. And today what I was able to get done is the first 4 blogs that will be appearing on virtualmspcoach.com, which again follows the same business themes that I'm talking about on Metathinq, but really geared towards the IT service provider and the unique needs of that IT service provider and or IT consultant. An area that I spent the majority of my career. So with that blog, really there we're going to be catering to the MSP marketplace, those that are maybe early into it and can't go out to some of the more expensive mastermind groups or peer groups that are out there like HTG and, True Methods by Gary Pica. We're going to kind of be that community that helps those guys as they're getting started. And then for those that are already, formed, really taking them through the 4 cycles of growth. But I'm going to hold that for a future date because that's an interesting blog topic on itself. But those 4 blogs have now been outlined. I'll record them later this week. We'll send them out to our friends over at Rev. I'll get those transcriptions back, and we'll start looking to get this content online near the end of October. So with that being said, over the coming next week or so, we should be finishing out some of the initial content, start getting our distribution resources, which social media outlets and whatnot together to get this going. And you, the viewer, will now be able to start seeing some of this content as we move forward into the early to mid part of October. So everything I've been telling you you've been doing, you'll start seeing show up on my sites, and we'll certainly keep you abreast of when those things go live. Put the links in the notes here on Facebook. If you're seeing this on YouTube, it'll be there as well, and then on my blog, Think Out Loud. Anyhow, I hope you guys are doing well with your content. That brings me to the end of tonight's installment. See you on Day 9.